The first look of Season 4 immediately throws you into a world that feels both familiar and terrifyingly new. The city streets are darker, the stakes are higher, and the air is thick with tension, like everyone is waiting for the other shoe to drop. Tommy is back, and he's no longer just the man trying to survive in Chicago. He's someone who knows the power he wields, and he's using it more strategically than ever. But that doesn't mean the threats are gone. In fact, they've multiplied. From the shadows, new players are emerging, each one with their own agenda, and you get the sense that betrayal is lurking in every corner. DeMac has stepped fully into his father's shadow, but he's not just following in his footsteps. He's carving his own path, one that's ruthless, calculated, and at times frightening. You can already tell that the relationships we've watched develop over the past seasons are about to be tested in ways that will leave us questioning who is really loyal and who is just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The trailer doesn't hold back in showing the stakes. There are brief flashes of confrontations, intense discussions, and subtle hints that old enemies are circling back, ready to remind everyone why no one in this world is untouchable. Kate's journey continues too, and while she's trying to rebuild herself and protect her sobriety, there's a sense that the world she's returned to is harsher, less forgiving, and filled with dangers she can't fully control. And then there's the tension between Tommy and Tariq. Brief glimpses in the trailer suggest a complicated dynamic that will be central to Season 4. It's not just about alliances, it's about legacy, power, and the unspoken debts owed to those who came before. Every frame of the trailer seems to tease questions more than it answers. Who will rise? Who will fall? And more importantly, who will survive? You feel the suspense in the way the characters move, the way the trailer cuts between scenes of sand. From the very beginning, you can feel that the game has changed. The streets of Chicago aren't just a backdrop anymore. They're almost a character in themselves. Tense, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Tommy's empire is still standing, but it's precarious, balanced on a knife's edge. Everyone knows that in this world a single mistake, or a single betrayal, can bring everything crashing down. And the trailer makes it very clear, nobody is safe. You see glimpses of new antagonists, shadows moving in the corners, eyes watching, and it's impossible not to feel the weight of the threat looming over Tommy and everyone connected to him. The tension between him and Mac is sharper than ever. Mac is older, smarter, and harder, but he's also carrying the weight of grief and legacy. He's the kind of character who doesn't hesitate anymore. He's calculating, but there's a hint of raw emotion beneath that steely exterior. Watching him move through the scenes in the trailer, it's clear that this isn't just about surviving, it's about proving himself, stepping fully into the role his father once held. And yes, that means he's going to clash with anyone who threatens what's his, whether that's enemies outside the family or the complicated loyalties inside it. Tommy, of course, is aware of the stakes. He's not just playing the game, he's thinking 10 steps ahead, maneuvering, manipulating, and calculating every move. But the trailer teases that even he might be caught off guard. There's that moment, just for a beat, when it looks like Tommy's plans could unravel in an instant. You can feel the suspense in the way the camera lingers on his face, a slight tightening of his jaw, a pause that says everything without a single word. It's classic power. The tension is both external and internal, and you know something monumental is about to happen. And while Tommy and DeMac dominate the narrative, the trailer hints, just tease new power moves. It teases twists that could change everything we thought we knew about the characters. From the trailer, it's clear that nobody is invincible anymore. Even Tommy, who's always been 3 steps ahead, shows moments of vulnerability, brief flashes where you realize that his control over the city and over people isn't absolute. There's tension in every interaction, and you can feel the weight of every decision pressing down on him. Mac's arc is even more fascinating this season. He's stepping fully into the kind of man his father was, but there's a rawness, a volatility, that makes you wonder how far he's willing to go, and at what cost. He's no longer the kid learning from Tommy's shadow. He's making moves on his own, and sometimes those moves are brutal. The trailer hints at confrontations that could be family-shattering, and you can almost feel the electricity in the air, like every glance, every handshake, might explode into betrayal. Kate continues to evolve as well. She's stronger, sharper, but she's also aware that the world around her hasn't slowed down. Protecting herself and her sobriety is one thing, but being involved in this life means danger is always around the corner. You can sense the internal struggle she's facing, how much to engage, how much to retreat, and how to survive in a world that has no patience for mistakes. And then there's the lingering shadow of Maria. The trailer gives you just enough to know that her decisions are going to ripple through the season. Even in small glimpses, you can tell her presence will impact alliances, motivations, and the overall balance of power. What makes this season so thrilling is that the stakes aren't just external, they're emotional. Every betrayal hurts more, every trust is fragile, and every decision carries consequences that could destroy not just empires, but families. And the new characters teased in the trailer? They're a wild card. They bring fresh energy, fresh ambition, and Season 4's trailer makes it crystal clear that nothing in Chicago is permanent, alliances are fragile, loyalties are tested, and power shifts faster than you can blink. One moment you think someone is untouchable, and the next they're scrambling to survive. Tommy is still the strategist, the one everyone watches and fears, but this season, even he cannot control everything. The trailer teases moments where allies question his moves, enemies exploit cracks in his plans, and the line between friend and foe blurs in ways that leave you guessing until the very last frame. Nak is stepping into a leadership role with an intensity that's almost shocking. He's not just reacting to threats, he's shaping them, taking charge of situations, and showing that he's willing to cross lines his father might have hesitated at. That evolution adds a layer of suspense because you never quite know how far he'll go, and watching him navigate this deadly world is thrilling and terrifying at the same time. Kate's arc is equally compelling. She's trying to balance self-preservation with involvement in the chaos around her, and the trailer hints at moments where she's forced to make choices that could have massive consequences for herself and everyone connected to her. It's that constant tension between growth and survival that makes her scenes so gripping. Then you have the returning players, the ones who have been with the story from the beginning, and even they aren't safe. Their past actions come back to haunt them, and the trailer suggests that some of those ghosts will be impossible to escape. Moments of confrontation, whispered threats, and brief flashes of violence all hint at betrayals that could shatter relationships we thought were solid. What's fascinating is that Season 4 also seems to be introducing a new set of players who aren't just pawns, they're movers and shakers in their own right. They bring fresh energy, new stakes, and unpredictable motivations that challenge the established. By the time you watch the first look of Season 4, it's impossible not to feel that everything is on the line. The trailer teases moments that make you hold your breath, scenes that hint at shocking betrayals, and flashes of action that leave you wondering who will make it through unscathed. Tommy is still at the center of it all, commanding his empire with that calculated intensity we've come to expect, but the weight of his decisions is clearer than ever. You can see the pressure building, the cracks appearing, and the moments when even he might question if he can keep it all together. And yet, there's something thrilling about that uncertainty, because it makes every scene feel charged, every interaction dangerous, and every decision crucial. DeMac's role continues to evolve in ways that are both exciting and terrifying. He's not just following Tommy's lead anymore. He's taking risks, making bold moves, and showing that he's capable of both strategy and ruthlessness. You get the sense from the trailer that his journey will be filled with moral dilemmas, personal struggles, and moments where he has to define what kind of man he really wants to be. And then there's Kate and Maria, whose arcs are equally gripping. The trailer hints at choices that could define their futures, moments where survival conflicts with loyalty, and decisions that could have far-reaching consequences. The suspense isn't just about who survives. It's about how far each character is willing to go to protect themselves, the people they love, and the legacies they've inherited. Alliances will shatter, loyalties will be tested, and the first look teases moments of betrayal that will shock even the most loyal fans. Every glance, every pause, and every brief confrontation in the trailer carries layers of meaning, hinting at conflicts that will ripple across the season. And what makes this season even more suspenseful is the sense that the game has changed. New enemies, new threats, and new players mean. As the trailer wraps up, one thing becomes crystal clear. Season 4 of Power Book 4 Force isn't just about surviving the streets. It's about facing the consequences of every choice, every betrayal, and every move made in the past. There's a sense of inevitability in the first look, as if every character is racing towards something bigger than themselves. And yet, the outcome is far from certain. Tommy remains the centerpiece, but the trailer teases a version of him that is both powerful and vulnerable. A man balancing ambition with the ghosts of his past, knowing that every decision has a cost. Damek is more dangerous than ever, fully embracing the legacy of his father, and yet you can feel that internal struggle simmering beneath the surface. He's ruthless, but he's also human, and that tension is what makes him so compelling this season. Kate, Maria, and the other returning characters are also navigating lives that have grown more complicated, more dangerous, and more unpredictable. They're forced to confront questions that go beyond loyalty or power. Who are they willing to sacrifice for survival? And what kind of future do they really want? And then there are the new players, the fresh faces, the hidden threats, and the shadowy figures that the trailer teases with just enough detail to leave you guessing. Their arrival hints at upheaval, new conflicts, and unexpected alliances that could shift the balance of power in ways we never imagined. What's thrilling about this season is that the stakes aren't just about money, territory, or dominance. They're deeply personal. Every choice carries emotional weight, every confrontation threatens to explode, and every glance hints at secrets waiting to be revealed. And while the trailer doesn't give away everything, it leaves just enough breadcrumbs for fans to speculate, theorize, and imagine how the story could unfold. There's tension, suspense, and a sense that the world of Power Book 4 Force is expanding in ways that will repay. Even after the first look, it's impossible not to feel the buzz, the kind that makes fans theorize, debate, and obsess over every frame. Season 4 is more than just another chapter. It's a turning point for the Power Book 4 Force universe. The trailer teases unresolved tensions, unexplored rivalries, and a level of chaos that suggests nothing will ever return to the status quo. You can already imagine the fan theories flooding in. Who will betray who, which alliances will crumble, and which characters will rise to dominate the city in unexpected ways. And it's not just the main players who are intriguing. Some of the newer characters hinted at in the trailer could completely rewrite the dynamics we've known for years. Their presence introduces uncertainty, unpredictability, and a fresh sense of danger. Because in the world of power, a single misstep can erase everything. The first look also makes it obvious that the personal stakes are higher than ever. Tommy isn't just fighting for territory, he's fighting to protect his legacy, his family, and the people who still stand by him. Demak is balancing loyalty and ambition, Kate is navigating survival versus morality, and Maria, and even characters we've seen less of, are stepping into moments that could shape the future in ways we don't yet understand. Every glance, every pause, every tense conversation in the trailer is packed with meaning. And it's that subtle tension that keeps fans on the edge of their seats, because you know that when the action explodes, the fallout will be devastating. What's exciting about this season, and what the trailer captures perfectly, is the sense that nothing is predictable. Even characters we thought we knew inside and out might surprise us. Every move, every choice, every secret could tip the scales in a way that changes the city, the empire, and the very story we've been following. And while the first look leaves plenty of questions unanswered, that's exactly what makes it so effective. If you thought Season 4 was just another chapter, think again. The trailer makes it clear. This is the season that will redefine the Power Book 4 Force universe. Stakes are higher, threats are sharper, and consequences are deadlier than ever before. Every character is teetering on the edge. Every decision could explode into chaos, and the city itself feels like a ticking time bomb ready to ignite. Tommy remains the central force, but the trailer teases moments where even he seems vulnerable, reminding us that power is never permanent and control is always fleeting. Demak is stepping fully into his father's shadow, but with his own style, calculated, ruthless, and unpredictable. Kate, Maria, and the rest of the cast are making moves that could shake the Empire to its core. And then there are the new players. The shadowy figures, the secretive alliances, and the hidden threats that could tip the balance in ways no one expects. What makes this season electrifying isn't just the action, it's the tension, the strategy, and the way the trailer teases moments that will make fans gasp. Theorize and debate every single scene. Every glance, every whispered word, every subtle gesture hints at secrets that are about to surface, betrayals that could shock us, and power plays that could rewrite everything we thought we knew. Season 4 is not holding back, and the trailer is the perfect tease. It gives us enough to feel the heat, but leaves just enough mystery to keep us obsessing over what's coming next. There's a feeling of inevitability, of a storm gathering, and that storm is going to hit hard. Legacy, survival, ambition, and revenge are all intertwined, and the characters are being pushed to their limits in ways that feel both thrilling and terrifying. Fans are going to be on edge from start to finish because the stakes aren't just about who controls the city. They're about who can survive it, who can protect the people they love, and who is willing to risk everything for power. By the time the trailer ends, one thing is undeniable. Season 4 is about to take the Power Book 4 Force universe to a whole new level. The first look gives us a glimpse of the chaos, the tension, and the stakes that will dominate this season, and it's impossible not to feel the anticipation building. Tommy is back, more calculating, more dangerous, and yet still facing threats that could topple everything he's built. Damak is stepping into his father's shoes, but in ways that are unpredictable, intense, and ruthless, showing us that survival in this world isn't just about power, it's about who can adapt, who can strike first, and who's willing to make impossible choices. Kate, Maria, and the other returning characters continue to evolve, making decisions that could have ripple effects across every relationship, alliance, and rivalry in the city. The trailer also hints at new faces, hidden enemies, and secret moves that could completely disrupt the balance of power. Every scene in the trailer carries suspense, every glance has meaning, and every whispered conversation feels like it could erupt into a life-altering conflict. And that's what keeps fans glued, the constant uncertainty. Who will survive? Who will betray? Who will rise from the shadows stronger than ever? Season 4 isn't just about action, it's about strategy, legacy, and the human cost of power. The first look leaves us with more questions than answers, and that's exactly what makes it so exciting. It's a reminder that in this universe, nothing is predictable, nothing is permanent, and the stakes keep escalating. The countdown is on, and the anticipation is electric. Fans are already speculating about alliances, revenge, and the shocking moments that the season promises to deliver. Every twist teased in the trailer feels like it could change the game entirely, and the sense of suspense is relentless. Season 4 is shaping up to be intense, shocking, and unforgettable. A season that will test every character, check. As the trailer fades, one truth stands out. Power Book 4 Force Season 4 is not holding back. The city, the streets, and the empires are all in flux, and every character is facing a storm that could change them or destroy them. Tommy is sharper, bolder, and more dangerous than ever, but even he can't predict every move, every betrayal, every consequence that's coming. Nak's evolution continues to shock. He's fully embracing the ruthless path of his father while leaving his own mark, showing fans that survival in this world isn't just about strength, it's about strategy, timing, and heart. Kate and Maria remain compelling anchors in the chaos, navigating the fine line between self-preservation and loyalty. And the trailer hints that their choices this season will echo far beyond their own stories. And then there are the new players. The mysterious figures, the unseen threats, and the hidden agendas that could upend everything. Every glance, every whispered word, and every brief confrontation in the trailer carries layers of tension and suspense, reminding viewers that nothing in this world is guaranteed. The first look teases shocking twists, high-stakes conflicts, and moments that will have fans theorizing for months. What's exhilarating is that the stakes aren't just external, they're personal, emotional, and legacy-driven. Every choice carries weight. Every betrayal carries consequences, and the city itself is a ticking clock, ready to explode in chaos. By the end, one thing is crystal clear. Season 4 isn't just continuing the story, it's escalating it to levels we've never seen before. Fans are being invited into a world where strategy, survival, loyalty, and ambition collide in ways that will shock, thrill, and captivate. The trailer leaves us with endless questions. Who will rise to claim the city? Who will betray whom? Who will survive the inevitable storm? And, most importantly, what will the cost be? The anticipation is electric, the stakes are sky high, and,